Today, guys, we are beginning this video. I know I haven't posted a lit minute. I haven't posted it for like 4 days now. Four days now. Four big ones. So I am going to be posting this video. Crip slime gang. Crip slime gang. Crip slime gang. Thank you. Now thank y'all all for all of the support. Well, not really. Y'all haven't been supporting me at all. And since I finally reached 60 subscribers, this is the first view limit that I'm getting. There has to be 12 views on this video for me to post another video, alright? 12 views. And each of y'all have to watch to the end if y'all want to get another video. And YouTube tells me whether you watch again, and the app that I'm using currently tells me as well. Let's get directly into this. Naruto stood over the 9 copies of the Biju. Naruto then looked towards the copies of the Biju and pumped chakra into them. Then he began to push Tintail's chakra into it, which caused all 9 of the dolls to glow. Once the dolls began to glow, Naruto began to smile. He had finally done it. He had perfected it. Out of nowhere, the Biju's mouth, then this tiny Biju's mouth, then opened as shards began to fly towards shards of something began to fly into their mouths, creating 10 balls within each of the Biju. Then, out of nowhere, one appeared behind them. It was the Tintails, a tiny doll of the Tintails, as it had gathered fragments. These tiny balls are powerful. Along with that, a note popped up out of nowhere. Naruto grabbed onto the note and began to read. If you are reading this, then you are most likely the third wielder of the Ten Tails. Now, these 10 balls shall help me. They are specifically designed to gather nature energy to enhance things, most preferably used with Uzumakis. That's all I'll tell you about the balls. Now, onto the Uzumaki bloodline. The Uzumaki's bloodline has far better uses than just Uzumaki chains that can slightly hold down Biju. Just like with the Mokiton. Your Uzumaki chains can suck energy from Biju and suck chakra as well. Also, your Jutsu, well, bloodline, is far stronger than you believe. With the Uzumaki eye, you can advance from just making chains to making blockades, from making just chains to making kunai. Let's go ahead and get another generator. Another cash generator, okay? To making kunai simply by looking anywhere. Your the Uzumaki eye. To gain the Uzumaki eye, pull out your eye and replace it with one of the balls that you see fit. The strongest is the ten tails. The weakest, the one tails ball. Choose from any. The ten tails ball has more potential than the rest. As a matter of fact, the Uzumaki bloodline opens up new, more powerful, far stronger abilities that even the Sage of Six Paths himself failed to gain, and that I failed to fully master. You are most likely of Uzumaki heritage because of the fact that you were able to successfully blend with the Ten Tails. Uzumakis were made have blood that was specifically used. Those specifically made to bond with the Ten Tails. So your heritage helped you on your journey. If you are of Sinju heritage, then all of these balls mean nothing to you, and you shall leave because because of the fact that the sage has blessed you. I am Raishinagi Uzumaki, and I'm signing off. The letter said as Naruto smirked as he then went towards the ball where the Ten Tails had. He then ripped out one of his eyes and placed the ball within it. He then shivered for a slight moment before the Ten Tails chakra then fused with the ball, allowing Naruto to access the Uzumaki eye. With a small whirlpool appearing within his eye, he smirked as the whirlpool had lines that blocked it. They had 3 layers of line where Naruto's eyes touched the first. Naruto began to pump chakra within his eyes, as then the first line then broke, leading up to the second to break and the third, completely erasing his pupil, leaving only a blue whirlpool inside of his eyes. His eye looked like an actual whirlpool replaced it. It was incredible, but strange looking. Zetsu then walked within the room. The enemy has been eliminated. Within the crater, black a small piece of black Zetsu shifted throughout the ground, going back towards the Akatsuki base. With a little bit of white Zetsu's, well, imperfected Zetsu, basically. And Hashirama cell, he would be up to full power. This is good. Naruto thought. As his eye felt incredible. He then held out his hand. As then the whole entire area that he was in there was encased in a chakra box. A box completely created of chakra. Whew. This is my true power, Naruto said with a smirk on his face. It is a good thing that I was born of Uzumaki heritage. As then, his other eye began to slightly look like a whirlpool. Naruto then began to pump chakra into his other eye, unleashing his dojutsu. I perfected it. Now my armor, my Uzumaki armor, will look a bit better. Instead of having tiny holes within it, Naruto said. As then Uzumaki armor plates then began to wrap around his body, tightly squeezing him. It fit him like a glove, perfect for him. Naruto grabbed onto a sword that just appeared within the air out of nowhere completely. This is the true power of the Uzumaki bloodline. This sword is most likely far stronger than the ones made of Uzumaki chains, he said, as he began to test his theory. He then quickly shift. He then pulled the blade out of his hilt and pushed down with a little bit of force. Before he knew it, a, a mass, basically 3 million miles down, large, a large cavernous slice had surfaced on the earth. This was a small feat. Naruto then smirked. He was completely correct. He knew that reading the Uzumaki scrolls that he had found, Orochimaru's base was a good idea. He hadn't had time to get to them, but he was glad that he had got to them nonetheless. My jutsu, with this power, my clan, the rebuilding of my clan shall go smoothly, Naruto thought. once my clan, once my bloodline is finished, the the rebuilding of my clan's bloodline is almost complete. Naruto said with a smirk. Now, all I have to do is simple. Simply test this out, he said, as he was not able to gain the Rinnegan because he was not of Uchiha heritage, although he wielded the Sharingan. Then, in one of his eyes, his right eye then turned into the Sharingan, as his left eye continued to be the whirlpool. He then sliced with his blade, slicing down. It didn't do that much damage. He had done how much he had planned for. It seems as if once one of my eyes is not activated, my my technique weakens. Good to know, Naruto said with a smirk on his face. He was going to be able to. He was he was done discussing, as then he pulled. He then grabbed onto the balls, all 9 of them. His Uzumaki armor held 9 openings. He then placed the balls on them, as then his Uzumaki armor began to strengthen, looking more lifelike, looking more like real armor instead of chakra armor. Perfect, he said. It's so versatile with my dojutsu. And then he he then took out his sword, as then Uzumaki chains erupted on the surface of his armor. It then pushed one of the balls out of it as it then landed into his sword, a gap that he had just created. Naruto then sliced with the blade. It hadn't done as much damage as earlier, but it had done good enough damage. The Leaf Village. Minato, do you feel that? A guard burst in, saying, Yeah, what is it? I was just coming to tell you. Right around our base, right around, facing outwards from the leaf, a a massive cavernous slice just appeared. Oh, damn. I feel like Naruto's behind this. I can smell it, Minato thought. As his teeth, he then gritted his teeth. Damn, demon, he thought. As that then made him think of the seals that he was working on earlier to deal with the Ten Tails chakra. I'll finish. Excuse me. Watch over this. Watch over. Watch over the office for me. You can be like a substitute Hokage. As then he walked towards the wall. Then he pushed his chakra into the wall, making 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 the wall turn into a gateway, like a door, a open of a door. And then he opened the door, walking in, closing it behind him. Then the guard touched the wall, noticing that it didn't work. He started to pump his chakra into the wall, as then he was shot back. He he was blasted into the wall. Ow! That hurts. Perfect. Naruto said, Lord Uzumaki, Zetsu had finally spoken. By the way, his slices just cut directly through the barrier that he created. Lord Uzumaki, what? Naruto asked towards Zetsu. I'm bored. May I go fight someone? No. I'm sorry, Zetsu. But you're gonna serve a different purpose for right now. Go towards the Katsu. No. I'll let them chill out for now, Naruto thought in his head as he was thinking. Ah, perfect. Go towards our base and go train Sakura Haruno. She will be a good asset to us. But Lord Naruto, he said, while looking towards Naruto. Also, call Ryu and Teiju. They're going out for another mission. Oh, for what exactly, my lord? We are going to take down the Akatsuki for good, Naruto said. As then he's as then the barrier around them then disappeared. As then Zetsu disappeared as well. Naruto then released his chakra from the Biju lookalikes. Then white things then came bursting out of them. Well, 3 of them. It then shot back towards the Akatsuki base, returning to the ghetto Maza. And that's the end of this video. Make sure that y'all like, as by the time that I hit 100 subscribers, I will be putting the first like goal of 100. I'm just kidding. At least around 12 likes. Alright? Bye, guys. That's the end of the scream.